Good catch, Mary. Thank you. Sunday, there's a memorial for Heather Toth, and I was setting up for it. Well, we have to move everything. We have to move this next door. I think, maybe not, if they're not doing any video streaming or anything, we'll have to move it. Yeah, but I like the outfit to set up in Ames Hall for the reception, so you can see how that gets done. And I told them we would video it, so we might need to move the camera. So you can see how that goes, so yeah. Probably, since they're not streaming, they didn't mention anything about streaming the service or anything, so we won't need any cameras and the whole thing. But it's something to maybe record. Actually, this records itself. I mean, this is... Well, I'll work something out. Okay, well, then I'll be in touch, like maybe, do you have Saturdays off usually? Okay, so maybe next Saturday we'll make a run through so that we know everything that we have to set up in this hall. Then we have to run and then because usually, I don't know how it will be with Helen's one because she was a lot of times in the church and a friend, and so a lot of times I'm in church. But they usually pays up like $150 to $200 if you do it in the morning.
No matter where you're going, there's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come let's be saved, come and share a hug, come let's pray together, come love and be loved, from the best out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in, come on in, come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you, whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Claremont Center for Spiritual Living. How are you this morning? Great. Great. Love it. Wonderful. This is all good. I'm Reverend Tracy and delighted to welcome you all here today. We want to say hello to our online friends. Everybody wave. We're happy you're here whenever you're watching. And wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are welcome here with us. We come together every week just to remind ourselves that life is more than we see every day, and that within us we have the power to change whatever we need to do for ourselves to live our best life. Because when you live your best life, it makes it a lot easier for me to live my best life all the way out into the world. We are just a little ripple machine here of love and light and goodness. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining us this morning. We have our practitioner on platform today. He is practitioner emeritus, meaning lifetime can't take it away. Diane Clemens. So, it's good. It'd be kind of like getting a driver's license that they would never take from you. The difference is she's much less dangerous as a practitioner than she would be as an unlicensed driver. So I think we're good. We have some great music this morning. We welcome back Michael. We've got Jeff. We're glad to see you guys. Nice to have you here. And let's start with a little music, shall we? We're going to stand up and sing Spirit is in this place. The lyrics are in your bulletin.
tried to unlock the door, but I can't turn it. It's so locked. Yeah, part of it. It's the forest firm. That's what it's supposed to be.
All right, take a breath, seat yourselves, clear your laps, clear your minds, and feel that spirit within your own heart. For it is from within that we recognize the truth of life in ourselves and in each other. And what I know to be true is that we are truly one in spirit, here, now, and always.
And as we settle into this peaceful presence, let us give grateful thanks for this beautiful spiritual center, for the freedom to worship, for the freedom to be with our friends, for the freedom to be ourselves. We're so grateful for our ministers, for our musicians, for our singers, all of the practitioners who hold the light for all of us. We're grateful for our wonderful sound crew and for all the volunteers that play a part in putting this service together, from the cookies to changing the toilet paper. We are so very grateful for all of those folks. And today, let's open our hearts and our minds for the message that will be given, knowing that what is said today is going to resonate with us and give us the answer we've been seeking, and so it is. And the reading is just a little couple of things from Ernest Holmes. In his book, this thing called You, he says, "Today, I uncovered the perfection within me. We often perceive perfection in nature. We can perceive perfection in others, but sometimes not so much in ourselves." And in his other book, What Religious Science Teaches, Ernest Holmes suggests that we might also look within ourselves. And he quotes, "They must have an unshakable conviction that the spiritual humankind is perfect, already perfect, that they are one with God, and they must know that in such degree as they realize, sense, or feel this inner perfection, it appears." So today, let's sense the perfection of spirit both within and without. Today, let us sense that perfection of spirit in each and every one of our friends and in our ministers. And let's know that our lives are part of the one life, today and always. And so it is.
Good morning. This is my wife Georgine. She'll be joining me today. We are going to sing a song of praise from a musical called Godspell. We plow the fields and scatter the good seed on the land, but it is fed and watered by God's almighty hand. the soft refreshing rain. All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above. So thank the Lord, thank the Lord for all his love. We thank thee then, O Father, for all things bright and good, the seed time and the harvest, our life, our health, our fruit. No gifts have we to offer, for all thy love imparts, but that which thou desirest, our humble, thankful heart. All good gifts around us are sent from heaven above. So thank the Lord, thank the Lord for all his love. Really wanna thank you, Lord. I want to thank you, Lord. Thank you for all of your love. Oh, thank you, Lord. I want to thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
All right. So today, visualize with me the light of the world. There, look. You need to visualize a little harder. There we go. We got it. Yeah. The power of the mind. So we're lighting the candle today for Veterans Day, which is Tuesday. We want to honor all of those who have served, and we honor all of those who died in their service. And we want to continue to awaken as instruments of peace, so that we are creating a world of hope and love and abundance for all. Talk today is called Beneath the Surface. You know, we all look like separate beings, right? We all walk upon the earth and we move about independently. And the birds fly in the sky and they don't seem to be attached either. And then there are the plants that are rooted in the ground, and I guess they're part of life too. And we forget that all of us, are actually of that circle of life. And that what appears to be separate above the surface or on the surface are actually united by that one energy, that one source, that one essence that animates everything. You know, we walk about doing things, you know, we react to things, we take everything personally, we're competitive, we reach for what we want to be ours, you know, and we're really good at avoiding what we don't like. Remember, our theme this month is loving the unlikable. We don't like bad behavior in other people. We don't even really like differing opinions in other people, especially if they're in our space, or making the rules, or trying to boss us around. None of us respond well to being bossed around. Of course, we try to boss people around too. We also have opinions. We also get in other people's spaces. And we forget that what we see as negative, that those character flaws or the judgment we carry or the injustices we've either suffered or conferred upon other people, maybe the shame or the blame that we seem to have inherited or seems to have always been with us, we forget and we hide that because we think that it shouldn't be a part of us. I don't want to be negative. I don't want you to know my secrets that embarrass me. I want to protect myself. I want to protect my family. But you know, psychology and those tomes both tell us that the subconscious rules. And what is the subconscious? But all of the things that have shaped us up until now. What we know about and what we've hidden away and what continues to drive our behavior, our beliefs, our patterns in life. Holmes says the conscious mind is self-aware and creative. I think we get really comfortable thinking that we're all really self-aware and creative because we hear about it every week, right? That's who you are, right? We are that. However, beneath the conscious mind is the subconscious mind, which is a deeper level of creativity. But because it's somewhat hidden, because it's somewhat unknown to us, it can cause behaviors and ideas and patterns in our lives that we find less than desirable, that we don't like. It's in this deep subconscious area that we have laid down thought patterns. And these beliefs, ideas, feelings, hopes, doubts, and fears make up that which attracts the experiences of our lives. So when we look around our lives and we find things that we'd rather not have, rather not experience, we see things that we'd rather do or rather be or rather have. We always start the work within. We always start with what is it that I'm carrying forward? What is it that I'm bringing to the party that's showing up as that argument or that circumstance or this lack of financial stability, whatever it is in our lives that causes us to look for more. We don't want to be driven by the things that are unresolved within us, right? If you've ever done therapy, you know that whatever's hiding in there, if you will just look at it, maybe speak it out loud, maybe seek to understand it in a larger framework of the adult that you are now, the friends you have now, the family you have created for yourself. If you look back on your life from that point of view, you will find that whatever that hidden power was that was driving you will simply fall away. We hide from what we don't like. We avoid what we don't like. We have our preferences. Nothing wrong with having preferences. But to unknowingly or not being mindful of why we react the way we do, why sometimes something negative comes out of our own mouth. You've heard that saying before, where I heard my mother come out of my mouth, like by accident. We want to know that we're always growing, always becoming, always bringing up to the surface what needs to be healed and clearing out what is not serving us. See, I think when we're very behavior oriented, very worldly situated, we forget that they're beyond our subconscious. We are more deeply rooted in spirit. That we come from the energy of life, which is the source of all things. That's where our roots truly lie. But you know, if you have soil that's too rocky or choked by weeds or not enough nutrients, whatever is on that top layer is not going to grow healthy. We need our roots to grow deeper, which is what we do in spiritual practice. And my favorite image of that is the willow, the weeping willow tree. A willow tree in a strong storm will flip around and bend and be bounced around by what's going on around it. But the roots are deep. The nourishment from the soil keeps it strong. And the thing to remember about where it's rooted is that below the surface of the earth, in that soil, it's alive. That is an ecosystem underneath the surface of crawly things and dying and decaying leaves and little biometric creatures and things that we wouldn't normally think we like, yet together they fertilize, they enrich the soil, they allow the plants to be nurtured, to be stabilized, to be nourished. We are part of that same rooted process that nature is in our spiritual selves. It is a cycle of decay and renewal. They go together. You know, we talk about eternal life. We talk about the idea that we as an entity continue on even when this physical form is gone. So death is really a part of life. It's part of that same cycle. We can't exist without both. Without the decay, which creates the fertilization, which feeds the new plant, which allows it to bloom. So why would we be any different? We come from source. We're supported by source. We are nourished by source. That's the definition of love. What is it that nourishes and supports life? It's love. It's the power of love, not the romantic emotion, but the fierceness that defends and protects life, that nourishes life, that supports life in all of its many ways. In Taoism, the Tao, which translates to the way, so the way of living, the Tao is understood as the hidden womb of life, the unseen depth from which all things arise and to which they return. The quiet, fertile beneathness that nourishes the world beneath appearances, like roots under soil, or stillness under movement. Lao Tzu taught that the most powerful forces are subtle and unseen, emerging not from what is visible, but from a deeper, mysterious ground. All things rise from being, and being arises from non-being. Non-being is not absence, but the vital origin of life. Roots, darkness, decay, and silence are not endings, but beginnings. So when something in our life decays, falls away, seems to be destroyed, when something in our environment seems to be giving up or letting go, when destructive forces seem to have the upper hand, it behooves us to remember that that cycle of life is going to continue, that what decays will fertilize new growth. Now that doesn't mean that we are passive bystanders. We don't stand there and let the wind beat on us without deepening our roots. It means that we have something to say about the rhythm of our lives, our daily activities, the way we look at things. We're called to acknowledge the shadows we carry beneath the surface. And if you say, I'm fine, when you're asked how you're doing, even if you're not. Again, if we will look at what it is that scares us, what it is that makes us angry, what it is that challenges us, if we will look at it, we will be making room for it. And what I know about soil is that whatever is in the way, we can pull those weeds. We can remove those rocks. We can fertilize and amend that soil. We have something to say about the quality of life that we live. We have to remember that while do stuff and check things off our list and call our friends and plan for the holidays and get our car fixed and whatever else we have to do. But we are also creating the world in which we live. We're also adding to or taking from the love that is present. We're adding to or taking from the joy that we find. It comes from us, through us, as us. What disturbs us, what we'd rather not look at, what we really don't like, always has the potential to grow us. Think about it, right? All of the hard things you've already gone through in your life, you're here. It changed you, reshaped your thinking maybe. Maybe it even momentarily slowed you way down, made you think that life wasn't so great after all. And yet, from this vantage point, looking back, you can see how you've grown. How that little detour opened up a whole new vista for you. How that lost job led you to your best job. How that bad relationship that you finally got out of opened you up to the perfect one that you find now. When we look at other people and we judge them, we don't like them. We don't like their opinions. We don't like the way they live. We don't like the way they talk to their children. We don't like the way they treat their dog. Whatever. Deeper still, we all come from the same source. At our depths, we are the same energy of life. And just as we have been shaped by the experiences that we've had, so have they. And to know that is to respond differently. Beneath the surface level of conditioned thinking, in every one of us, there is a single living spirit. The still small voice whispering to me in the depths of my consciousness is saying exactly the same thing as the voice whispering to you in your consciousness and in everyone else. I want an earth that is healthy, a world at peace, and a heart filled with love. It doesn't matter if your skin is brown or white or black or whether you speak English or Japanese. The voice, says the Gita, is the same in every creature and it comes from your true self. So while our methods of speaking or the ways in which we phrase our opinions or our worldview may differ, it still comes from that same urge in life to live well, to love and be loved. It's up to us to tend our own garden, right? It's up to us to pull the weeds, to eradicate the thoughts that we know are holding us back, to heal the breaks in relationships that we know are causing pain. It's up to us to fertilize what we're growing in our lives with new ways of thinking, new perspectives, broader opening to what's available to us, a willingness to grow, a willingness to expand. We are creating a nourishing environment for our own growth and well-being by what we choose to plant and how we choose to tend our lives. How often do we dig down deep and see what's in there? How often do we have the hard conversation to get something out in the light so we can do something about it? How often do we contract and hold in and hide to try to stay safe, to try to stay out of the way, to try not to piss somebody off? I got news for you. You're going to piss somebody off anyway. You might as well have fun doing it. You know? And then, do the nice thing. We are all of that. When we embrace the entirety of our beneathness, all that stuff under the surface, the joys and sorrows, the successes and failures, we cultivate a deeper sense of oneness and authenticity. Again, all of you therapy graduates, you know that the point is integration. I can't get rid of stuff in my past. I can't make it go away. I can't make it not to have happened, no matter how much I ignore it, no matter how much I try, no matter how many mantras I say. But I can understand it differently. I can see how I have grown from it. I can choose to behave and think differently so that I don't perpetuate something harmful, as long as I know that it's there. And I'm willing to see it as part of the wholeness that I am. And truth is, if I hadn't had anything that was hard for me, it'd be really hard for me to listen to you tell me about what's hard for you. You know, I'd be that person that says, oh, just get over it. You should be done with that by now. Aren't you better yet? We all know how well that works. It doesn't. It doesn't. This circle of life, birth, growth, death, rebirth, is a continuous dance that maintains the balance and vitality of life, embracing beneathness in nature and in ourselves, deepens our connection to the earth and the divine, reminding us that every element of existence, no matter how hidden or humble, is part of the sacred and interconnected whole. In my reading this week, I came across a paragraph talking about interconnectedness, right? That there isn't anything we do that doesn't affect the whole, right? We know that if we speak our word into the world, things ripple out and change. Our world changes, eventually the whole world changes. It's a slow process, but it does work. What I read in that paragraph was that interconnectedness is another word for love. Because that is the sustenance of life, is the fact that we are in this all together. We don't do it by ourselves. We are never alone, ever. We're really the same underneath it all. We're really the same. We all grow from that same energy of life, from that love, that interconnectedness. We look physically separate as we're walking around, but energetically we are rooted in source, in spirit. And when we see something on the surface that's difficult, when we experience someone else's anger or their fear, or our own fear and anger, when we acknowledge or injustice or cruelty, we see it in life or we feel it from someone, it's really a call for love. It's really someone trying to get what they want and need at our expense. It doesn't have to be that way, but they don't know that. When we experience joy, even when we experience loss, that too is an expression of love. We grieve what we have loved because we don't have a place to put that love anymore. That person is not here. Or that house we had to move out of, or that relationship that ended. And yet, what is that but an expression of love? I have loved, therefore I feel its loss. And therefore I'm called to remember that nature doesn't know extinction. Energy does not disappear. It is transformed. That decaying leaf is transformed into nourishment for the new plant. That lost relationship is fertilizing our own heart so that we might be more tender, more compassionate, more open to whatever greater yet to be is ours. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that when we're listening to someone else, don't just listen with your mind. Listen with your whole body. What really matters is the being of the other person, the beingness of the other person underneath the words. This is the realization of oneness, which is love. When we touch that underlying love, when we are fed by that, then what appears on the surface builds bridges, makes connections, makes distances disappear. We are called to live from the ground up, allowing what is source, what is spirit, what is true, what is eternal, to show up in and through us in everything that we do. Even the stuff we don't necessarily like is still a form of love. Namaste. I invite you to take a moment and join me in prayer. Taking a breath into that heart center within each of us. Feeling our lungs fill and empty and fill again and empty again. This rhythm of life, which simply is the way we live, is ongoing, ever present, always filling us, nourishing us, allowing us to breathe. And as we breathe in, we are inspired. Respiration and inspiration, two sides of the same coin, that which is physical and that which is from the invisible. Living us, allowing us to live, to create, to become. This life is a life that is good. It is a life that is varied in its expression and yet has a common ground, a perfect, infinite source, an unending expression through each and every one of us. And as I know it to be true, I know it for everyone, and I know it even for the people that maybe I don't like. Because I can see with my spiritual eyes how deep their roots go. How from this same soil we both bloom and blossom. How strong I am against the world's storms. And when we stand together, how strong we are together. And so I speak a word of love, of interconnectedness, of the realization that all that we are is of this good life. And that where it does not appear to be life-giving or life-nurturing, there is room to grow. That everything is for us. Even what seems to be a struggle, even what seems to be destruction, even what seems to be lost, continues to shape and grow and fertilize all that we are, that we might blossom into our best idea of ourselves. For this I am grateful. So very appreciative of the gifts I receive from each and every person I meet. Even where there seems to be disagreement, I grow. Even where there seems to be a blockade, a stone in the road, an obstacle of some sort, my creative juices flow, reach out, reach down deep, take someone's hand. Growth continues, progress continues, the flow of life, the flow of breath continues. And it is good. And in my gratitude, I simply let this be. For I know that in time and space, this appreciation for all that is good continues to show up as new things to appreciate. That as I continue to understand that what seems to be a struggle is actually me flexing my spiritual muscle and getting stronger. That it's true for you. That we grow together. That in space and time we continue to develop, to expand, to become all that we already are. I know that it's all good because I know that it's all God. And so it is. In your bulletin, you'll find our affirmation. I invite you to repeat after me. Today I recognize my interdependence with all that is. Today I recognize my interdependence with all that is. I am part of one great whole. I am part of one great whole. Sustained by and expressing as love. Sustained by and expressing as love. And so it is. All right, let's have a little more music. Okay.
There we go. Georgina and I are children of the 60s, and we were greatly influenced by a little band out of England called the Beatles. And they're known for their love songs, for their protest songs and all these things. But I think they also wrote songs sometimes that could be very spiritual as well. I'll show you one right now. If you let me take your heart, I will prove to you we will never be apart if I'm part of you. Open up your eyes now, tell me what you see. It is no surprise now, what you see is me. Get back the clouds, baby, I will pass away. If you put your trust in me, I'll make bright your day. Look into these eyes now, tell me what you see. It is no surprise now, tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Listen to me one more time. How can I get through? Can't you see that I'm trying to get to you? Open up your eyes now, tell me what you see. It is no surprise now, what you see is me. Tell me what you see. Listen to me one more time. How can I get through? Can't you see that thing that I try to get to you? Open up your eyes now, tell me what you see. It is no surprise now, what you see is me.
Very fun, very fun. I have to say, I don't think I've ever heard that song.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It was a beat
That's
side.
One of those obscures from like
65. What was it? That's for the help. Okay. See you next.
Well, he's Mr. B.
So much to see. So much music. It's just fabulous. All right, let's invite our ushers to come forward, please, and take this sense of joy and rhythm and surprise and delight, and acknowledge that as we give from this place, that is exactly what we are spreading out into the world. What we give in this community is what ripples out from us. And so say with me, if you will, our prosperity affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. The flowers today are from our very own practitioner, Diane Clemens. Thank you very much. They are gorgeous. We still have a few openings in the next couple of months to donate flowers on Sunday. Remember, you get to take them home with you after you're done. I don't know if it's on the list, but we may want to put a little slot on there for our interfaith gratitude service on the Wednesday evening before Thanksgiving. We're hosting it here this year, as we have done in the past. So if you'd like to donate flowers for that, that would be delightful. We can make that happen. Flowers are $40, and like I said, we enjoy them while they're here, and then you get to take them home. Meditation is Wednesday night this week at 6:30 with our practitioner, Lisa Burrows. That is on Zoom, and the link is on our webpage and also in the e-blast. And coming up, we have, we'll be celebrating the life of Helen Toth. Most of you know Helen. Her service will be Sunday, November 16th at 1 o'clock in the sanctuary. So if that's just next week, next Sunday at 1 o'clock. And there will be a lunch after service in Holmes Hall. If you are planning to come, the family has asked that you RSVP. There's a number on the flyer. There are flyers in the back. But there's also a list of names. If you would just like to add your name and how many people, we'll turn that into them as well, so they know how to plan for the meal. So if you let us know today. I just have this picture of her dancing with Carl all the time at every event we ever had. So please join us next Sunday after service for Helen. Wednesday the 12th, that's this week, Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock here in the chapel. We will be once again holding our interfaith share and prayer circle. So it's an opportunity to sort of say where you are with the state of the world, how it's affecting you in the moment. Have a place to talk about it a bit. We have questions that everybody takes turns answering. You kind of hear where other people are. And it is an interfaith group, so we invite everyone to bring prayers to share at the end. Prayers for peace, prayers for peace of mind, for the healing of the planet, whatever moves you, wherever you are welcome to come to these circles. And in my experience, these last couple of months we've been doing this, everyone leaves saying that they feel better, they feel more hopeful, they feel more settled, more centered. So especially if you are struggling with the state of the world or your family or just your life in general, and even if you're not, we welcome you to come. All voices are heard, and that in itself is healing. Saturday the 15th, that's next Saturday, 1 o'clock here in the chapel. Did we move it? No. We have the belly dancing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to, so yeah, Ray Hill and.
Ray might end up in the foyer over here, or the boardroom in the library area, because next weekend there is a big belly dancing event taking place. If you want to come watch some really wild dancing, and they'll be drumming in here and changing over there and dancing over there. So Reiki will be over there, a little further away. The event goes on all day. Reiki's in the afternoon at 1 o'clock, and it should be just lovely as always. So do come. Take advantage of that healing process that just magically works wonders. At least it feels like magic. All right, as I said, on Wednesday the 26th, that's the night before Thanksgiving, we're holding our Interfaith Thanksgiving service, which is sponsored by the Interfaith Council of Claremont. There are lots of ways to participate. We would love to have your help. Drac and the Jacksons are off the hook because they're performing. So if you want to hear some good music, it's a good reason to come. But we could use cookies, and we could use ushers, and we could use people just to show people where the restrooms are. I mean, please come and help us host this citywide event. Bring your friends, bring your family. It's always a large group and very moving. You know, ultimately, gratitude is gratitude is gratitude, no matter what faith tradition it comes from. So it's a great way to start your holiday season. Again, you haven't ordered your candy yet. You know you need chocolate for the holidays. You know you do. Don't remember, we have to dig deep and look at what's really in there and face it head on and order chocolate. Here's the thing, if you buy candy for people anyway, it doesn't cost you any more to buy it from us, but we get a little bit from C's. So it's a fundraiser for us and chocolate in your mouth for you. And if you order it now, you'll get it, and you'll still have time to order again for the people whose candy you ate already. Not that I'm speaking from personal experience or anything, but I think we do have a deadline on that. Michelle, do you know what it is? Oh, December something. Oh, okay, so, all right, so do it now, do it later, we all make money, and everybody's happy. Everybody knows chocolate makes you happy. See? Self-care. This is self-care.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we are still reminding you to save the date, December 6th. That's a Saturday. That's our Christmas dinner dance, fundraiser, basket raffle, silent auction, fabulous decorations, etc. So plan on coming. We'll get you more details. The committee is actually hard at work there. They keep bringing you little things to each other. How about this? How about that? How about this? So soon you too will know what we're doing. But it will be fun. We know that. And I think that's what we have. Anybody have anything else? I want to take a moment, since we are in November and it's, Gratitude Month officially, to thank all of our volunteers who make everything happen. In here, back there, up here, next door, wherever. Thank you all for making this your spiritual home and contributing your energy, your presence. Those of you who just come every week, thank you for coming. We wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be a community without everyone's participation. So I so appreciate all of you. All right, let's stand up, move to the sides, and sing a little Eddie Watkins.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I love you, Mary, I love you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary.